Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. They called him foolish, too quiet, too stubborn, a misfit in an industry that rewards noise, drama, and deception. But today, his mother, on and off screen, speaks out. And what she says will change the way you see Wang Yibo forever. They say silence is golden, but in the entertainment industry, silence is often misunderstood. In a world where noise equals relevance, where your worth is measured by your presence on social media or your ability to stir controversy, Wang Yibo stands apart. Not because he shouts louder than the rest, but because he chooses not to shout at all. And for that, he has been ridiculed. He has been labeled many things. Awkward, withdrawn, too quiet for television, too wooden to be a star. Some call him foolish, not because he lacks intelligence, but because he refuses to play the game. In an environment that rewards manipulation and spectacle, Wang Yibo chooses sincerity. Where others bend themselves into whatever shape earns them likes and headlines, he remains resolutely himself. And it is precisely this refusal to conform that has caused others to mock him. To outsiders, his silence is unsettling. Seems out of place, almost suspicious, in an industry so dependent on drama and engagement. But to those who look closely, it is not silence born of insecurity, but of strength. Wang Yibo listens more than he speaks. He watches, absorbs, reflects, and when he finally does act, whether on screen, on stage, or in life, he does so with quiet intensity and remarkable purpose. Still, the world prefers noise. Public figures are expected to be outspoken, provocative, constantly promoting, endlessly performing. When Yibo declines interviews, avoids gossip, or disappears from the spotlight for weeks, people call him aloof. When he speaks plainly and refuses to sensationalize, people brand him uninteresting. And when he shows kindness without needing attention for it, many fail to notice it at all. There is a cruel irony to it. The very qualities that make Wang Yibo admirable, his authenticity, his calm, his ability to focus on substance over spectacle, are the ones some critics use to insult him. In calling him foolish, they reveal more about their own cynicism than about his character. Perhaps, in a world that trades in facades, it is easier to mock the real than to understand it. But what if that foolishness is actually wisdom in disguise? What if the strength it takes to remain kind, to stay grounded, and to work silently is far greater than the strength it takes to chase attention? What if his quiet defiance is not a weakness, but a protest, a refusal to let the noise define him? Wang Yibo is not foolish. He is brave in a way the loudest voices often are not. And while others build empires out of noise, he is building something deeper, something lasting. A career rooted in integrity. A reputation shaped by action, not words. And in the end, it may be those who laughed first who are left in silence. In a world that moves too fast and judges too quickly, the quiet words of a mother often hold more truth than 1,000 headlines. Liu Mintao, an accomplished actress in her own right, came to know Wang Yibo not through the glare of gossip or the noise of popularity, but through the stillness of shared scenes on set. In the film Hot, she portrayed his mother, a role that, while scripted, opened a real emotional connection that transcended fiction. What she discovered behind his composed exterior was not a celebrity obsessed with fame, but a young man grounded in sensitivity and quiet strength. He doesn't speak much, she said, reflecting on their time together. But he listens, he observes, and when he acts, it's not for attention, it's from the heart. She recounted a moment that seemed small to the world but meant everything to her. One day on set, she casually mentioned how delicious the smell of food in the air was. Later, when they broke for lunch, she found an extra bowl of stewed beef at her table. It was from Yibo. He hadn't said a word, hadn't tried to impress her, but he had listened. He had cared. In his silence was kindness. These are the gestures that don't make headlines, that escape the eyes of paparazzi. But to a mother, even one playing the part, the meaning is profound. Liu Mintao saw something in Wang Yibo that perhaps many others have missed. A deep, unspoken gentleness. A sense of duty that runs far deeper than image. He's not just talented, she said. He's thoughtful, considerate, someone who gives without needing to be seen. Her words carried more than just praise. They were a quiet defense against the harsh judgments he often faces. In the harsh winds of public opinion, a mother's voice is like shelter, and whether biological or not, her instinct to protect him revealed the bond they formed through honest work and shared vulnerability. She spoke not just as an actress or a colleague, but as a human being who recognized grace in a place few others had bothered to look. He reminds me that goodness still matters, she reflected. That kindness doesn't need a spotlight to be powerful, and perhaps that's what moved her most. That in an industry thick with artifice, Wang Yibo remained untouched by it. While others played the game of relevance, he remained faithful to values that mattered. A mother knows. She sees past the surface. And what she saw in Wang Yibo was not foolishness, but quiet resilience. She saw the way he carried burdens without complaint, how he offered warmth without demand. And in that, she saw a rare kind of strength, the kind the world may not always recognize but desperately needs. They call him foolish, sometimes with sarcasm, other times with pity, but never with understanding. To many, Wang Yibo appears too quiet for fame, too reserved for stardom, too distant from the chaos that the entertainment world thrives upon. But what if foolishness is simply another name for integrity in a world that has long forgotten its meaning? In this industry, being clever is often mistaken for being manipulative, and being successful is often synonymous with bending morals to fit ambition. Wang Yibo does neither. He walks a different path, one of patience, sincerity, and self-respect. And because he refuses to sacrifice those values, people assume he doesn't understand the game. But maybe, just maybe, he understands it all too well and has chosen not to play it. It takes a certain kind of courage to remain honest in a world that rewards deception. While others measure their worth in views, followers, and trending hashtags, Yibo invests in actions that no one sees. Late-night rehearsals, genuine charity work, kind gestures that never make the tabloids. He doesn't seek credit. He doesn't chase validation. And that, to some, looks like weakness. But those who follow him closely know better. His so-called foolishness is not ignorance. It is a quiet protest, a rejection of shortcuts, gimmicks, and superficial charm. It is a choice to value the long journey over the quick rise. It is the belief that what matters most is not how loudly you are applauded, but how deeply you are remembered. While the spotlight often rewards those who scream the loudest, Wang Yibo stands still in the storm, letting others pass him by. Yet, with each quiet step, he moves forward. Slowly, deliberately, with purpose. And over time, this silent strength has built something that noise never could. Trust, respect, and loyalty. Not just from fans, but from those who value truth in a world increasingly dominated by illusion. There is a kind of poetry in the way he moves through fame without letting it stain him. Like a rider on an endless road, he steers his motorcycle through the noise, the glare, and the expectation. Not to escape it, but to rise above it. And though many still scoff, calling him naive or strange, there is something undeniably powerful in his quiet defiance. True foolishness is trading your soul for fleeting applause. True wisdom is staying grounded when the world insists you float. If being foolish means choosing decency over drama, heart over hype, then perhaps we need more of that kind of foolishness in this world. And perhaps, one day, we'll look back and realize that Wang Yibo was never behind. He was simply walking ahead, on a quieter, wiser road. In a world flooded by artificiality, Wang Yibo reminds us that silence can speak louder than noise, that a fool who holds on to truth is stronger than a genius who sells out. Fans don't love him because he's flawless. They love him because he's flawed, but fearless. Because he never asked for loyalty. He earned it with every quiet act of integrity. Like a knight riding through storms, he doesn't stop to explain himself. Because he knows, those who see the truth need no explanation. And those who don't, never will. So the next time someone mocks Wang Yibo for being Foolish. Remember what Liu Mintao said. Neither the bad nor the good can fully understand him, because he doesn't play by their rules. Speech balloon if this story moved you, inspired you, or made you reflect. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to believe in kindness again. Thank you for watching Nine Dragon Channel. Stay true, stay inspired, and remember, in a world full of noise, sometimes the quietest souls leave the loudest legacy.